Hi friends, welcome back. So today we are gonna be doing some plant chores. I have some plants that I need to pot up. Most of them are for the business that I've been taking a bunch of propagations so that when we open, hopefully around January, we'll have some plants ready to sell. So let me show you guys these. The string of parts are gonna be for sale. The pothos is. Both of these are. The Maranta cutting is actually for Joyce. I have a couple more plants over here that are mine. And I have some propagations in the propagation bin that I want to pot up. I think I'm just going to be potting up the cuttings from this Hoya because there are a couple cuttings in there, and so I'm going to pot them in with this plant. I'm not sure if I'm going to need to upsize or not, but we'll see here in a minute. And then I also have to, unfortunately, cut up this big pothos, which you've heard me talk about in a previous video, my houseplant tour, about how this one isn't doing well. But I'll go more into detail on that one in a minute. I think the first thing I want to do is combine these two heartleaf philodendron cuttings. I just want to combine them because I want to have one big full pot that I'll be able to sell. And so let's go ahead and do that. next we are going to be tackling this pothos. So I mentioned previously that this just isn't doing very well for some reason, and I'm not entirely sure why. But as you can tell, it's lost a lot of leaves. So what I'm just going to do is just completely cut it up. Knocking things over. I'm just going to completely cut it up and kind of start over. I'm going to have a lot of pothos propagations after this too. So, as you can see, even like the base is super bare, except for this one spot that has some new growth. But I'm just going to cut right, I'll try to show you guys what I'm doing. I'm just going to cut right above the base. There's a new growth point right here. You guys see right there. So I'm actually going to cut above that, take out this dead leaf, and then this is just what it's going to look like for a little bit. I'm going to leave this and hope that it does well, and hopefully these two spots will start regrowing too. So I'll set that to the side for now. And okay, we've got two separate vines. I'll start with this one first. Let's see how tall this one is compared to me. So it's down to the floor. Oh my goodness, it's taller than I am. Okay. Okay, just for reference, I'm 4'7", and this is down to the floor, and this one goes up above my head. Can y'all even see that? Yeah, it goes up above my head. This is one vine, and I think the second one is even longer. Can you guys even see it in the full frame? So down to the floor, and there's still this much. I can't even hold it all the way up. So this one's really long. I've had this plant for a few years now. I got it from Janelle, and I'm really sad that it's looking like this, and I have no idea why, what I did wrong. I thought at first it was underwatering, but clearly it's not, because I've taken care of that. So yeah, we're just gonna see what I can do with each of these propagations. Okay. We'll start with the smaller one first. And what I'm just going to do with the bare stems is I'm going to cut them into individual nodes. So each of these little bud looking things is a node, and they can grow roots out of each node, and it can also grow new leaves out of each node. So I'm just going to be cutting right around each node so that I can grow a little plant from each spot. And then the spots that have leaves, I'm going to cut a little longer so that I can stick them into water and kind of have it already vining. So like I'll probably cut right here and then stick this whole spot in water, and then maybe a little bit more down here, have that piece be in water. So let's go ahead and start this. Okay, so these are all the single node cuttings I have. Some of them I think have more than one node on them, but that's fine. So there's those that I'll probably put in my prop box. And then these are all the individual leaf cuttings I have. I'm probably just going to put most of these in water because pothos are really easy to propagate. So yeah, so here pretty soon I will have a bunch of pothos. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is, I'm not sure what the botanical name is for this plant, but I think it's called a something violet. I'll put the name on the screen, but I got it from JC's like a couple weeks ago, and ever since I brought it home, it's just been like progressively going downhill. I'll insert a picture of it of what it looked like when I first got it. It had flowers on it and everything, but then the leaves started dying, so I cut off the flowers in order to try to give the plant more energy to put into the leaves. But the leaves are still dying, so what I think I'm gonna do, I actually want to take a look at the roots. It doesn't have a super healthy looking root system. Like, there are roots there, but they're all kind of black, which I feel like may have happened, I don't know, I feel like maybe it got too cold in the house, or it could have been anything. I haven't had, actually it might be overwatered because I haven't had to water it since I got it, and there's still some moisture in the soil, so that kind of tells me that the plant's not really taking up water. So either the roots rotted from being overwatered and now the plant's dying, or the roots died for some other reason, temperature. It might have just not liked adjusting to my house from wherever it was grown at. But what I want to do now is just take some individual leaf cuttings, because I think this plant is similar to like an African violet, where I can just take individual leaf cuttings and propagate them. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay, and the last plant I want to cut up is this succulent that is clearly dying. I left this plant on the windowsill in the living room. That's where I've been keeping it, and I think it got too cold and the plant died. So I'm gonna just do a quick cut right there, and I can propagate it here. And then this piece just broke off like while I was moving it. So this is another little piece. So I'm just gonna throw these in my propagation bin and hope that they root up. I might even just cut this off and see if this will regrow. Okay, so I now have a very full propagation bin. And then I need to go put these in some water. And then as you guys see, I have a pretty decent mess to clean up now. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna water all these plants that I've been propagating, and find them a good spot. Thank you guys for joining me for these plant chores. I'll keep you updated on how all these plants are doing, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.